What up, y'all? This Kill the Big Man Cigars live right here for the Big Man Cigar Show. I'm at the Oak Room Cigar Lounge all day and they get it on like Don Kong Computer Juice. I got some special guests that's in the building right here. We're located on 108 North Armenia Avenue. And let me say it like this here. Without further ado, let me tell you, this is a special day because, we have the man, the myth, the legend of, oh my goodness, in the line of duty. And I'm trying to find a cigar, and I got it right here, you know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend himself, Tom Worthy, founder and CEO of In the Line of Duty Cigars. Tom, come on in here, man. Come into the lounge.
I'm in the lounge, brother.
Oh, man. Look at him. All day and day. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Oh, man. Likewise.
Enjoying the nice weather, I'll tell you that.
Man.
Well, New York, it's like 60 degrees. So.
Man, we're supposed to get a little rain outside. It's supposed to be a little crazy. And then, of course, it's supposed to be, for the Super Bowl weekend, it's supposed to be kind of cool down here. And it's like, I think this is going to be the last time Florida go see coolness. After that, we skip over spring and go straight to summer. So it's gonna be a little.
It ain't snowing, right?
It ain't snowing. We ain't gotta worry about snow. Look here, we got to worry about the rain, but we gotta worry about snow at all. Man, welcome, man. Let me tell you something. Scott gave me this cigar here. Your ambassador.
Scott Parker?
I think so.
That his name?
I think so.
It is, right? JNS Distributors?
Yeah,
all right.
that guy. It was that guy.
Make sure it's the same Scott.
I hope it's the same Scott. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Us bald head, big dudes. We get mistaken sometimes for looking so good. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we look good like this here. Don't worry about that.
Big in the body, big in the heart.
But I'm telling you, man, he gave this here. The In the Line of Duty cigar, and let me tell you, it was phenomenal. I said, you know what? I gotta have y'all on the podcast.
I appreciate it.
I gotta have you on the podcast. I appreciate y'all coming. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna get into this thing right now. Because I don't know where the hell y'all at, but y'all need to come on down here to the Oak Room, 108 North Armenia Avenue. This is where you get the In the Line of Duty cigars right here in this building all day and day. And come, hey. If y'all hurry up down here, y'all can meet Tom. He's right here.
Ask for Manny.
Hey, now Tom, I want to know something. In the line of duty, what inspired you to, put this together?
Well, I'm a retired cop from New York City, and the line of duty term that we use typically refers to an injury or death.
Okay.
So when I retired, I get hit by a car. I was injured in the line of duty, and I've been involved in fundraising for charities and local fire departments my whole life. Since probably 14 years old. And I'm a big cigar fan, so it just felt like a natural thing for me. I like cigars. I like helping people. Line of Duty it's a nice little brand. The colors, blue, red, and yellow. Blue represents law enforcement, red is fire department, and yellow represents the military. And I would get guys say, green is the military, green's the military. So, well, you know what, as a kid, I remember putting yellow ribbons around the trees to honor the military that would kill in action. So I went with yellow. But it's a good little company. We're helping people, which is pretty awesome.
This is let me tell you something. This is a beautiful crafted hand roll.
Yep, that's made at Ovea Negra by James Brown, a Black Label Trading Company. So if you had a Black Label or a Black Work cigar and you enjoyed them, then you're gonna love this. So James is quite the artist.
Oh, this is nice right here. And let me correct myself. It's called Line of Duty Cigars. And, me being a second responder, I'll be thinking about myself being in the line of duty because, it just, it resonates, not only how you be a retired officer, also with dealing with firefighters, police officers, deputies, troopers, all the first responders, for the medical field, dealing with the EMTs, the paramedics, so it's a natural thing for saying in the line of duty, but the cigar is called Line of Duty Cigars.
Line of Duty Cigars.
So I want to correct that for you all, just to let y'all know. Line of Duty Cigars right here.
Well, I can't. It's your show.
But but I like to be correct. It's like most people say. A lot of people say like this one. I'm gonna give you one prime example. They go Romeo and Julieta, and we be like, no, it's Romeo y Julieta. Most people kind of struggle with that one because if you get that the J is a Y sound, and I'm like, there's Julieta. So
it's not Padron.
It's not Padron. It's Padron. It's Padron. So I want to be correct on the name of the cigar because you know what? It's very important because a lot of people don't understand that's etiquette too, by the way. Because you put your heart and soul in making the name of this, and you want to make sure that it's labeled right. So
and apparently a lot of money. They say you want to make $1 million in the cigar business, you got to invest $2 million.
Oh, you got to invest $2 million to make $1 million. That is the truth, man. That is the truth right there. People don't understand. It's an ongoing process of getting a cigar.
What's in Florida?
Oh,
that's the capital. This is cigar capital. And the fact that Scott is really taking us to the next level in a very difficult market. Super grateful. Super grateful.
I always say, it's almost like, I always say it like this here. You're coming into the land of sharks of cigars, and I mean, you're coming to a place where, it is captivating on one aspect, but it's challenging on another aspect.
And it's funny. It's the way the certain areas of the state. You go down to Miami, and not a whole lot of boutique cigars. They're more about the top 10 brand names.
Oh my God!
Like Tampa and Clearwater, where Scott's based out of, he's got us a lot of shops, and they appreciate what we're doing, and they're buying our product. So we're in a good place.
But your product has a lot of it resonates a lot of meaning, and it resonates to the point of. Like I say, me being in the healthcare field, being a nurse, I truly understand the aspects of being, on that front line, when COVID hit and being that responder, with a lot of people that want to deal with. You don't want to be that officer who got to go and you got to answer these calls. And let me tell you something, these officers, they dedicate their life each every time they put the badge on. Y'all buckle y'all belt, y'all utility belt. Y'all put their uniform on.
Put a target on it.
But it is a target. It is a target. And the target is that target. It is a target.
Yeah.
But it's a badge of honor too. And people don't understand that. It's just your mind. You put your life on the line every time. The firefighters. You better look, oh man, they just go down the pole and, they put on that heavy equipment, they might get a cat out the tree.
No,
that's the movies.
They're getting as much as the cops on that.
They're right.
The protests and they're setting fires and they're blocking the fire trucks from getting down there. And the firemen, honestly, the firefighters, they have no other, they're there to help you, right? There's things happen in law enforcement that we all know of. It shouldn't happen. That doesn't happen with firemen. They're just a different breed. They're just there to help. Their politics are removed. They just show up. And most cops are like that too. But there's a couple of bad apples in every industry. Right?
Come on. That's bad apples in every bunch.
And then you see firemen getting attacked. What the hell are they
doing?
doing?
What are they getting attacked for? What do they do?
They're trying to save your CBS.
Let me tell you, there was a situation I was talking to, one of my good friends, and he used to be a firefighter. He said, man, I would go and I would respond to a doggone, there's a dispute dealing with, a dispute. But what happened is that they damaged some of the, some of the area where they gotta respond to it because it's damaged. Yeah. When they get there, it's like, damn y'all.
Yeah, we're here to help you. Well, why are you stopping us?
Why are you stopping us from that? We're supposed to respond to what's going on. And they get a bad rap. It's like, come on. This is crazy. I always say the common sense. So, you know, why do we like our cigars? I tell you, is that it's therapeutic, and we have to deal with the madness, and to dedicate the line of duty cigars towards that cause is a beautiful thing.
And the communities that we help, the police, fire, military, up to three, the military actually, I think, have it worse than anyone.
Oh, right.
Firefighter can choose not to go to work today. Police officer can choose not to go to work. You're in the military, you don't have that luxury.
No, you don't.
You stand a post, you're told what to do, and you have to do it. You don't have the option to have an opinion.
There is no option.
In the military, you're not allowed to have an opinion.
No.
You do what you're told to do. They should have.
See, for me, as a nurse, I can refuse to take care of the patient. I can refuse. I can be like, you know what? I feel like taking care of you. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, you can't do that. Yes, I can. Actually, I can. Because you're just, you're basically blocking the aid of care for me to take care of you. So with that, I don't have to. Unless you're in emergent care, then you don't have no choice. Yeah. I'm going to have to be it. But if I have a choice to say I don't want to take care of you, guess what I'm going to not do? I'm not going to take care of you. But, military, they don't have that. Even as officers, y'all can't deviate away from it. Firefighters cannot deviate away from it. Why? Because you got to deal with the emergent. It's very important to deal with that emergency. And the crazy part about it is the mental aspect that comes on this. It really takes a toll on us.
Well, the problem is, and when you talk about the mental aspect of it, it's gotten much better. There's agencies, there's programs in place in the law enforcement world, and probably the firefighters as well. We have this like alpha male bullshit, right? You don't ask for help. If you ask for help, you might you're taking your guns away. You're working behind the desk. You're not making overtime.
Right.
There's so many different levels to that. And the guys are breaking your shoes here and there, and there's help out there. There's suicides. I mean, in New York City, I think we've had, maybe 10 already this year, suicides. Wow. And that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Besides the almost 300 a year line of duty deaths across the country, which rises every year.
That's crazy.
You got guys that are taking their own lives. I mean, in the military, 22 a day is the average of veterans that commit suicide. There's help out there. Yep. So the organization we work with, we're big supporters of Tunnel Towers, and another group called BBO, Brothers Before Others.
Okay.
And they do. So BBO started as a police charity to help police officers in the community, and then it came into more of like a human thing. Okay. Like we've donated. Okay. There was a grandmother that was killed in a car accident. She was sitting on a bench, I think right outside of Baltimore. Her and her granddaughter. Car lost control. We donated a nice park bench with a plaque. She wasn't a cop. Her family wasn't a cop. So we've evolved. That charity has evolved immensely. And obviously, Tunnel Towers. What they're doing, what the Steven Siller Foundation is doing, is just nothing short of amazing. It really is. They're building communities for veterans, mortgage-free homes. My wife and my kids will say, well, when are we going to start making money on this? I said, I don't get paid money. I love coming out. I love seeing the work that's getting done and being a part of that.
It's the gratitude. It's that gratitude and appreciation. Yeah. And you know what? Tampa Cigar Week is coming upon us in March 22nd to the 26th. And look out. A lot of Duty Cigars is going to be a part of Tampa Cigar Week. And not only be a part of Tampa Cigar Week, we're also incorporating, as Tom was saying, about the mental health aspect. And this is going to be the featured cigar during the talk of mental health awareness. So I am ecstatic about it. I'm proud to say, this is one that incorporates and it just that weaves into the aspects of mental health. Why do we? The people ask that question: why y'all smoke cigars? Because we enjoy it, but we also enjoy the aspects of what cigars bring. And for a lot of us, a lot of things, people say, oh, well, y'all get addicted to it. Time out. You don't get addicted to cigars. But what we are addicted to is time. Time is our addiction. And the thing about that is, we love to take the time out that cigars gives us to give us that mental health aspect. We like to call it cigar therapy.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
So for our cigar smokers, we love calling it cigar therapy. And we're proud to have, Line of Duty Cigars, a part of the mental health awareness for Tampa Cigar Week. That's going to be going down. So,
well, this community in general, the cigar community, is not like anything else. You can say, the red wine enthusiast or the beer enthusiast. You can go to a bar and have a conversation with a random someone, and you don't know where it's going to go.
No.
You went to a cigar lounge or a shop and you sit down, hey, what are you smoking with it? And I've never had a bad conversation. Yep. Easy. What is that? Well, who makes that? Oh, it's that kid. It's in the humidor. Try this, try that. And I love talking about the brand and what we stand for and who we help and why we do what we do. But there's not a whole lot of other businesses, communities like this.
And tell me where y'all can meet and talk to the CEO of the company, by the way. Y'all let me know what company you can do that for. You can sit down and actually talk to the founder, CEO of the company and have a smoke with it, have a talk with it. This is one of the few, I would say industries that you need to do that. Yeah. You can't call Jeff Bezos right now. You gotta go through 10 channels just to get to his secretary of the Tampa office. And then say, I might get to the New York office. Mm-hmm. And then when you get to the New York office, then you got an email. I've already tried it. Then when you get to the email, now I got to wait for the email. By the time you might hear from him, it's going to be 6 months down the road.
But you see him. You see Perdomo. You see Fuente. You see Newman. They're out doing good things. They're here. And they're part of it. You wouldn't be shocked if Nick Perdomo walked in here right now and sat down and had a smoke. Oh. And he would talk to you like a human being. Nick served in the Navy, not a military guy. He would just sit and have a conversation with you. And if you were lucky enough that you had a set of drums someplace, he'd play you.
Oh, he'd play drums.
He'd play you too.
No. Every time, nah, nigga, we ain't doing Nick. Smoke, nigga. I know you can play. Nick. I know you can play. Look at man, we ain't doing no sessions. But it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you can sit down and literally, and then you get to pick their brain. That's the crazy part about it. Because we love what we do. We call ourselves aficionados, we concierge, we just love cigars. And I mean, and when you get to talk to, people as yourself, CEO, founder, creator, it's the passion.
Yeah. And it happens, I live in New York City, so I'll go to my I have a lot of go-to shops. But one of them is Casa de Monte Cristo.
Okay.
On 55th Street, 2nd Avenue. Nice. And I'll sit there, and I don't know a whole lot of people there. Right. I'll have a conversation. Oh, that guy's the director. He's a writer. He's the CEO of Chase Bank, and just have a conversation, and you didn't even know who it was, and you trade the stores, just bullshitting. The game's on. You have
I've always said this on the radio. Cigars has brought more people together than religion itself. And I know we don't talk about politics and religion, but the thing about what I mean by that is I'm not talking about the massive number of people. I'm talking about the actual people that sit around the table from all walks of life. And one thing we have in common is the love of the leaf. Yeah. I mean, we don't care about your political views. We don't care about your religious views. We don't care about your job status. We got. There's only one question: do you love the leaf or you don't? Mm-hmm. Real simple. If you love the leaf, come on in. If you don't love the leaf, you know what? There's a door that's out there. You walk through it, you walk right on out there, because we are a family, and we're a close family. And I mean,
you took the time out of your day to get in your car, to drive over to a lounge, to invest, maybe an hour and a half of your day to chill out, relax. Or maybe just grabbing a couple and you're saying hello to a few guys and walking out. It's not like walking into a bodega and grabbing a six-pack. You're in and out in 5 minutes. Like you're in this family. This building is a home.
It is. And some people come in and be like, "Hey man, I would love to stay, but I just want to grab a few cigars. And hey, I'm gonna come back later on." And that's the beauty beauty of it. It's just where, and when you come back, you'll probably see us sit down. We talking shit, and we like, look.
Well, perfect example. When you walked in the door, you said, "I met you in 2019 at another shop."
I was at the Blue Torch,
and I was like, well, "You remember that?" Like, I often feel bad because my memory isn't what it used to be. As I get older. But I meet so many people, and I tell the story so many times.
Right.
It's verbatim now for me what my company does and why I do it and how it got started.
Right.
You met me 5 years ago, 4 years ago, in a shop. We probably talked for 20 minutes. We goofed off and blah blah blah. And you walked in and you said, "Oh, I remember meeting you."
I have that's a gift and a curse with me though. At the same time, it's a gift to remember, but it's a curse to remember at the same time.
Well, some people you want to forget.
Yeah, some people I want to forget. There's some people we don't talk about. I ain't gonna name no names, but we don't talk about some people. But it's just it's a gift to me and a curse to me because I can remember. And the crazy part about it, I'm the type of person. If we keep talking more and more, I can tell you what you was wearing, what you was doing, what you was drinking, and it's scary. But it's like, man.
So you know if I'm wearing underwear right now or not?
Man, no, I ain't going that far. Not Tom, hell no. Look, now, we ain't going that far.
Where's the camera? The
camera. Hey, wait. We navel up. So, but that's the beauty of it, man. That's what I love about, when we have like this lounge talk, we get to be ourselves, and that's the thing about you let your stress out, you can laugh, you can trip out, and this is what cigar therapy brings on. And having a line of duty cigar, it captivates those moments, and it captivates those times where you can be like, you know what, man, I needed that laugh, man. You never know how a person's feeling. And you don't know what that did. You don't know how that day was, or is, or about to be.
Or what tomorrow's going to bring.
You don't know. But one thing we can do is captivate the time that this gives us.
Mm-hmm. Right now. Living the night.
Right now. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not going to talk about yesterday. But we're going to smoke right now. And this is very important for us. Having what we call cigar therapy, it's a beautiful thing. And to have, like I said, going back to your product, man, it's phenomenal. And speaking about your product, I got some notes that I'm hitting up right now.
So what's unique about that very one you're smoking? That's the unknown. It's it's the process of the leaf is called the rehiso.
Okay.
So the rehiso, and as James explained to me when I'd never heard of it before until I met him. I went to the factory and we were test blending some stuff. And it basically, they take the peon, not the pull-on.
Okay.
Take the peon. It's aging, and they shift the leaf around, and they leave a section in the middle that doesn't get rotated out. It stays there. So it's got this like oily, silky, smooth wrapper that we use on the. We use that on the Unknown. We use it on the FNG, which is a little bit milder than that, and we also use it on the C-Rat. The C-Rat is cigar rations.
Yes.
Like a K-Rat or C-Rat from the military.
Yes.
And it's a short little 4x46, ton of flavor, but that same wrapper. And I fell in love with that wrapper when I had it. And I just,
I mean, you can taste that. This is like a medium to full body experience that I'm having right now with this cigar. And, the peppers are really resonating through.
But not overwhelming.
It's not overwhelming.
James does everything heavy. His palate is strong. So you can't, we're having a Connecticut release hopefully next month.
Nice.
That'll be the mildest one that he'll make for us.
Okay.
But his Connecticut blends are great. They sell very well.
Nice.
So yeah.
And if y'all want to come down and get these, we're at the Oak Room right now. This is where we're at. Y'all see us right here, the Oak Room Cigar Lounge, 108 North Armenia Avenue. We're in the heart of Tampa, downtown Tampa. We're not in the city of Tampa per se, not around buildings, but we are in the heart of Tampa. So this is where you get a lot of duty cigars. Come see my boy, man, and tell him that the Big Bear sent you down here to get the line of duty. This is a special cigar right here for a special cause. And I'm gonna tell you something. Look, and if you go on the website, lineofduty.com, or JNS, holla at Scott. You know what I'm saying?
JS Cigars, yeah.
JS Cigar, holla at Scott. Got the products right here.
We have another a blend. It's called the 470.
Okay.
So the 470
Y'all talking about that.
comes in a 2-pack. So it's meant to be shared. So
Okay.
you're talking about this camaraderie and sharing space with somebody.
Oh, man.
And it's named the 470, and it represents the 343 FDNY, the 55 military, the 27 police officers killed on 9/11.
Okay.
Add those numbers together, and you come up with 470.
470.
And it's a barber pole design by design. So it's two leaves. It's an
Okay.
Ecuadorian and Habano wrapper, and 2 in a pack. And they crush them. And it's just it's a good stick.
That's called.
But that's everything.
Have one, share one.
That's it. That was the idea. Is that you shared it with somebody. And not a lot of companies do it. And I would get a little not pushback, but some questioning. Oh, and then they got to buy 2. But the shop owner can break it up and sell one. It's their product. They can do what they want. But
why break it up when you can share it?
Yeah.
I think people misnomer. But they don't want to push that back. If you want to buy one, you get one, but buy 2. Because see, you never know how that can help somebody out.
Yeah, sure.
You never know how that can help somebody out. That's crazy. To sit there and say, well, I don't want to buy, I just want to buy one. Okay, how about this? How about you buy one now and you smoke one later?
I got pulled over on the. I was in Manhattan in the FDR Drive, and I got pulled over by a cop. He lit me up. I had my sticker on the back window. I wanted to do the sticker, and I pulled off the exit, and he rolls up next to me and goes, "Are you Tom?" And I swear, I go, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, we met at police meeting." I said, "Pull over, bro." Pull over. He had another guy in the car. I said, "You guys both smoke?" Yeah. I gave him a couple packs of 470. I said, "Share them." Have a good. Oh, they were so thankful and grateful that the fact that they recognized me and pulled me like, who am I? I'm nobody. They saw a sticker and they're like,
What
yeah.
Tom, you somebody? You somebody to us, man. In the cigar world, trust me, you are somebody. Believe me. In the outside world, be like, oh, there's another guy. But in the
My
inside
wife doesn't
world,
even remember my name sometimes.
oh, damn.
I gotta wear a name tag around my house. Oh, my name is Tom. You know.
Who are you? Oh, yeah. I remember you. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. This has been a phenomenal time, man. I mean, like I said, this is Tom Worthen right here for Line of Duty Cigars. Coming on the Big Bear Cigar Show. We live at the Oak Grove Cigar Lounge all day and day. Y'all know how we do. We get on like Don Kong Computer Juice. Right here, we got the Line of Duty Cigars. Come down here and get this right here. Understand the meaning and the purpose of how you smoke it. So every time you put some smoke in the air, think about that cigar therapy. Think about, those first responders. Think about, the firefighters, the officers, the military, everybody who dedicated, retired, who have dedicated their stuff. So
we also have a program. We send cigars overseas to soldiers.
Oh,
so
man.
Guys will send me an email saying, hey, my brother, my sister, my cousin, my aunt, whatever, is serving. We will send cigars to them for free. They get 10 cigars, an ashtray, a lighter, a cutter.
Okay.
If they're serving overseas, they get a 25% discount.
Nice.
If they want to buy, the 25% discount's called Freedom, usually at LineDutyCigars.com. And we're just trying to get back, trying to help out, And again, a lot of companies don't do enough. And they're doing as much as they can. I believe there's
we do have some, there are some charities out there that do it, like Cigars for Warriors. They're out there. It's a big charity for cigar for warriors that dedicated to the warriors that are out there. And also to Line of Duty Cigars. There's other brands that's out there too that is, that's doing their thing for these first responders, for the people that dedicate their life on the line. And this is a beautiful thing, man. I mean, like I said, when you have this in your hand, I've always said this: cigars have a soul. Other products don't have a soul. I don't want to disclaimer that because people will be like, "Well, you have it." Look, cigars have a soul because the people that put this together, not only they feed their families with this, but they give us the due diligence to have the pleasures that we enjoy, and it means something to us, to our hearts. And just to take it a step further, it just resonates through. And I just got word that if you buy 3, you get 1 right here at the Oak Room. So if you buy 3 of these right here, you get 1. You buy 5, and you get what's that? A lighter. Man, look at here. Y'all see. I don't know what we call it a lighter. We call it a torch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all, they call it a lighter, but we call it a torch. So I don't know what this guy.
It's not a big lighter.
That's not a big lighter. So I'm telling you, again, if y'all come down here, buy 3, you get 1 for free. In a line of duty cigars, because I know y'all, the ones that's in the line of duty, y'all bring y'all asses down here, get y'all a cigar, because y'all are in the line of duty for the line of duty cigar. Hey, you buy 5, get this lighter for free, as y'all can see right here. I'm gonna just show it up to y'all. Look at this here, beautifully crafted. Let me turn this around so y'all can really see the logo, as y'all can see it. Look at that there. That's nice right there.
And also part of an organization called the Smoking Shields.
Oh.
There's a Tampa branch. There's I think 15 now, right? 15 or 17 across the country.
Okay.
And there's 250 members in Tampa alone. So it's made up of military and law enforcement, retired, active, and they just do so much. They're giving back. They work really closely with Newman and Fuente. We donate a lot back to the organization. So if you're a member of that community, military or law enforcement, look up the Smoking Shields Tampa. They're on Facebook and Instagram and social media sites. But
you know what? And to piggyback off of that one there too, if y'all are of military officers, firefighters, y'all bring y'all asses down here to the Oak Room. All right? The Big Bear, tell the Big Bear sit your ass down here, and y'all get a discount. Show y'all military ID, your officer ID, you're retired. I don't give a damn. You get 10% off right here at the Oak Room all day and day. Hey, come on now.
Can't answer more than that, right?
Come on, man. Come on. That's what I'm telling you. So here's again, you buy 3, you get 1 free. All right. You buy 5, you get this beautifully crafted torch right here. People want to call it a lighter. This ain't a lighter, it's a torch. God damn it, it's a torch. I ain't gonna got that. See how that torch? It torch. God damn it, it's a torch. This is torch.
Very angry. I think I got pissed off when I mentioned my underwear. He's getting fired up about that torch, man.
And y'all bring y'all ID down here if y'all in the armed forces, law enforcement, firefighters, military. You get a 10% discount right here at the Oak Room all day and day, 108 North Armenia Avenue, Tampa, Florida. This is where we at, the Oak Room Cigar Lounge, man. Line of duty cigars. This is how we do it all day and day. Man, Tom, you know what?
Pleasure, brother.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Look, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna get I'm gonna continue my smoke on. We gonna get our drink on, our smoke on, and we ain't gotta be all us. But who trying to come up? Somebody trying to come up in here. Y'all gonna just have to hold tight right down on mic. Not right now, because look, we're in the middle of this here. I will open up for others. Now, if y'all have questions, y'all let me know what's going on. Y'all have a question, y'all let me know for Tom, myself, what we doing, how your day going. Mental health, you want to talk about that? That'll be another segment. But this is the line of duty segment right now, so we'll talk about other stuff. Matter of fact, if y'all want to put that on pause and we're going to cigar therapy in a little bit, don't worry, I ain't even halfway through. So we can talk about cigar therapy all day and day. But let me tell y'all once again, come down to the Oak Room. You buy 3, you get 1 free. You buy 5, you get this beautifully crafted torch right here with oh my goodness, look at here. You got the Oak Room on one side, and you also got the line of duty logo right here. Hey, bring y'all ID down here. Law enforcement, firefighters, military, medical. We gonna throw, hey, y'all, come in the nurse's uniform, goddamn. Hey, paramedics, EMTs. Y'all bring y'all asses down. Y'all know y'all smoke. Hey, y'all come in y'all uniform. Let's say it like this. Y'all get a 10% discount right here at the Oak Room all day and day. Tell them that the Big Bear sent you. Look at here. We gonna do the doggone thing. So with that being said, hey, it's been a pleasure. Again, I mean, I love it.
It's good stuff, man. I appreciate the time.
Oh man, man, this
I
is
appreciate
beautiful.
Manny having us here. You
Man.
know, when we were one of the first brands that he carried when he opened the doors, and we appreciate that and the support we get.
Yes.
And Scott from
You know,
JS.
JNS Cigars in the building right here. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's taking care of some business right now. He would love to be on. That'll be for another segment. He'll be the, you know, the good-looking bald-headed men's club crew coming up through here. Don't even worry about that all day, every day. You know, good-looking bald-headed men got to stick together. That's how we do. I'm trying to tell y'all. But hey, in the meantime, in between time, this is Kill the Big Man Cigars for the Big Man Cigar Show all day, every day. Y'all know how we do. We get on like Don Conquer Bitter Juice. Hey, I'll holler at y'all later.